Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be looking at Google Sheet. Like I said earlier in the previous video, if you have not mastered Microsoft Excel that I taught earlier, then you shouldn't consider using this Google Sheet. Because I expected that you would have gone through that. Then coming to Google Sheet now, it's just going to be an addition for you. So what I want to be showing you here, I'm not just going to teach you all the basics again because I've covered that on Microsoft Excel. So the only difference between Google Sheet and Microsoft Excel is what I want to show you, then teach you how to navigate within Google Sheet. Do you understand that? So by the time I'm done with this, if you have gone through Microsoft Excel, you'll be able to use Google Sheet effectively. Do you understand that? So we're going to start, and I'm going to launch the web browser just like we did when we're working on Google Docs. Now that you're here, I said it earlier that there are two ways by which you could launch your Google Sheet application, if not more self. So we did one the other time, and what we did was to just launch google.com. Then from there we signed in, if you remember, but you don't have to sign in before you could access it. All you need to do is to click the Google Apps button. Then you come to Sheets. Can you see Sheets? So when you select this now, it's not going to prompt you to log in. Do you understand that? So you can now sign in here. I hope you understand the difference now. So the third way to do that, by the time you sign in, you're going to be there. Let me do that for you. I'm just going to put my password. Then I'm going to sign in. By the time I'm done with that, it's just going to take me to Google Sheet area. Can you see that? So I'm going to sign out again because I want to show you another way by which you could do that. The next thing to do is to use docs.google.com. So when you click enter, it's going to bring you here. Do you understand that? So you're now going to sign in. I hope you understand that now. Let me use another. So can you see docs.google.com. Then when you click, it's going to bring you to where you can sign in. So I'm going to select this account because that's what I want to use. Then I'm going to just do this. Then I have that. So as you can see, it has brought me to Google Sheet environment. But right now, don't forget that what we chose the other time is Google Docs. That's why we're here. You get what I'm saying? But when you click this option, you are now going to see all of them there. So can you see Docs? Can you see Sheets? Can you see Slides? Can you see Forms? And then can you see Drive? These are the 5 topics we're covering on Google applications. Do you understand that? So Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Forms, and Drive will be covered in this course. So you need to understand that. So the one we want to look at now is Sheets. And as you can see, we're there. So the difference between this and the other one, because if you use, let's say for example, let me just press google.com. If you come here to the Google applications and select Sheets, it's just going to bring you here after signing in. Don't forget that I still have this one signed in. That's why I can have that. If I sign out from the 2 pages now, let me sign out. You'll see that it won't bring me there automatically. So I'm going to sign out. So right now, let me just type google.com, which is here. So if I go to the Google applications and I click Sheets, it's going to ask me to sign in. So the reason why I was taken directly to Google Sheet environment is because I have my account signed in. Do you understand that? So I've signed it into the account. That's why it took me straight into Google Sheet environment. I hope you understand that now. So I'm going to sign in now. By the time I sign in, then it's just going to take me to the Google Sheet environment. Can you see that now? So this is Sheets. So, but if you look at the difference between all of them, you see that this is still docs.google.com/spreadsheets. But when you select docs, which is Word processor, you see document instead of spreadsheet. If you select slides, you're going to have /presentation instead of spreadsheet or document. I hope you understand that now. So that's the way it works. So, but the one I want to work on now is Sheets. Now, just like we did when we were looking at Google Docs, the same thing is applicable here. You can start a new spreadsheet from scratch by clicking blank. So it means you want to start afresh. So you want a blank spreadsheet. But if you want to create a spreadsheet from the templates that have been provided by Google, then you could select from any of these. Look at this to-do list, annual budget, look at monthly budget, look at 2021 calendar, look at 2020 calendar. You still have more templates. Do you understand? I can see them. So you can choose from any of these templates if they are related to what you want to do. All you need to just do is to work on it further. I hope you understand that. So that's that. So, but I don't think I want any of these templates. I just want to create a blank spreadsheet. So I'm just going to select that. So you wait for it to load. And once it has finished loading, you're going to have this. Everything must be active. Do you understand that? So this is your spreadsheet now. So if you look at this very well, you'll see that there's nothing too different from what you've seen on Microsoft Excel. Can you see all these cells are here as well? You can see the columns, you can see the rows and all of that. Do you understand that? So that's why I said, if you have mastered what I taught on Microsoft Excel, you'll be able to work conveniently here as well. I hope you understand that. So the only thing I want to show you here would just be the differences between the two of them. I mean, things that you won't find on Microsoft Excel that you'll find here. Those are things I want to show you. So don't forget that this is an online application. You can't do all of this without you being connected to the internet. So that's very foundational. So let's move on. If you go to File now, that's where I'm going to start from. I've taught you that you have menus when you're working on Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. You're going to have the menus and the sub-menus under them. So when you look at the commands, you see that there are commands that you're familiar with. All of these have been worked on Microsoft Excel. We've used all of them. So there's nothing that is new here. You get what I'm saying? All of them have been used earlier. I hope you're getting it. So if you point to each of them, you would see what it stands for. What they stand for, sorry. Can you see undo? Can you see redo? Can you see print? Can you see paint? Can you see that zoom format as currency? Can you see all of this percentage and all of that? So all of these, have been worked on Microsoft Excel. So you should be able to make use of them. I hope you're getting that. So I want us to look at File. The same thing we did the other time on Google Docs. You have the same thing here to be done. Look at it and see share. You want to share this with other people. Don't forget that I'm going to close this because I taught you earlier how to save your document. Can you see untitled spreadsheet? It means I've not saved it. So now I need to just click there and save it. Let's say practice sheet. Let me use that to save it. Can you see? It's saved. Then I can now go to share. Don't forget I said that share could be found on file menu. Can you see that? And see share here. Or you go to share right here. So you have those two options. So either of the two will take you to the same destination. So when you click now, it's going to bring you here. So I'm going to click got it. So you are to determine who you share with, who you share this sheet with. So it's your responsibility. So this way you're going to provide that. You're just going to type those email addresses. Then once you provide them and you click done, then those people will have access to your spreadsheet. Do you understand that? The only thing you need to do is just to copy the link and send to them and they'll begin to access it. Do you understand that? Or you could choose the second option by changing to anyone with the link. So anyone that has the link will be able to use it. Do you understand? So once you select this option, just like we did under Google Docs, you would just configure that, and once you activate it, anyone with the link will be able to gain access to this spreadsheet. But you could also, let's click it for you to see what I'm talking about. So once you do this, you could determine what people can do with your spreadsheet. You could make them viewers, you could make them commenters or editors. Do you understand that? So, and I said it earlier that for the security of your document, you cannot just give everybody right to edit your document. That won't make any sense because they could scatter the work you've done. Except you could trust the people you are sharing the link with and you know that they are not going to share it with other people. I hope you understand that. So that is that about that. So if you don't want that, you can opt out. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's all you need to do is to go back and click restricted. And once you choose that, it's only people that you're giving permission to under share with people and groups that will be able to access that spreadsheet. So you need to understand that. So I'm going to click out. So once you're done, you just click done and you can share the link with anyone that you want to work with. Don't forget I said that Google applications, the Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides, gives you that opportunity to be able to collaborate with your team. So if you have people that you want to work with on the same spreadsheet, you could share the link with them and all of you work on it together. I hope you understand that. So it makes it very easy for your team to collaborate. So I'm going to go back to this. We've talked about new, that you could create a new spreadsheet from blank or you create it from templates. Do you understand that? You could also create it from document, presentation, form, drawing, whichever one. Do you understand that? So if you have them, maybe you have a document that you want to bring into a worksheet, you could select it and it will be brought in here. Do you understand that? So the same thing we did under Google Docs, you could do here by opening an existing Excel file. Do you understand that? Or maybe a Google spreadsheet that you've worked on before. So once you click open, it means you want to open an existing file, an existing spreadsheet. So when you click open, it brings you here. And can you see my drive? It means these are the things that I have on my drive. My Google Drive now. So when I go to shared with me, any spreadsheet that has been shared with me before will appear here, but nothing has been shared with me. So if I go to start, any document, or let me say any spreadsheet that has star option would appear here. Do you understand that? So any start spreadsheet will show here. The recent spreadsheets that you worked on will also show under recent. But lastly, you have upload. So let's say you have an Excel file that you want to upload on Google Sheet. You want people to have access to it. That is the way to go. So all you need to do is to click upload, then come to select a file. Do you understand that? Then go to where that spreadsheet is, the Excel file, and you can navigate there. Do you understand that? But currently, I don't have, okay, I've seen one that we can use. I saw test the other time. Can you see test one? So we're going to use test one, and I'm going to open it. So I'll wait for it to upload. Can you see uploading? When it's done, you will see it being loaded. So if you look at this now, it's been loaded. So you could share this document now with people and all of you work together on it. So that's how to bring your Excel file into a Google Sheet. I hope you understand that. So that's the way it works. Do you understand that now? Okay. So we're going to move on. Still there. So you could also import a document, just like we did now from wherever, maybe from your drive, shared, any spreadsheet that's been shared with you, recent, and all of that. So you could do that as well. I hope you understand that. So this is similar to the first option. Do you understand that? So when you click open, you will see all of these options there as well. The only difference there is that when you, let's close it and let's go back to that. The only thing you won't see on the import dialog box is just state. So this stat will not be found on that. Do you understand that? So that's just the difference between the two. So, but you could use the two to achieve the same purpose. So we're moving on. So you could make a copy, make a duplicate, just like we did on Google Docs the other time. You could email this to, this particular spreadsheet to people you're collaborating with. You could also download it as a Microsoft Excel file. So once you download this, it means you could open it on your Microsoft Excel application. So if you have a Google Sheet document, you could download it and open it on Excel, just like you could upload your Excel file on Google Sheet as well. Do you understand that? So you could also download it as open document format, as PDF, as web page, whatever. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you could do. You could make this spreadsheet available offline, such that when you are not connected to the internet, you could work on it. You also have the version history as well here. Do not forget that. Do you understand? So it's going to give you, as you keep working on it, it will be creating different versions for you. So if I click this now, you're going to have the current version there. So if I start working on this document, it will keep creating different versions for me. I hope you understand that. So I can go back now. So let's continue. You can rename this document. It's currently test one, but I can rename it if I want that. Once I click that, I can change it. I can also move this spreadsheet to a particular folder on my Google Drive, or maybe I can even move it out of Google Drive into my personal computer. I can create shortcut for it, for this spreadsheet on the Google Drive. I can also move it to trash. So, and I told you earlier that once you move any document to trash, it means after 30 days, it will be permanently deleted from your Google Drive. So you could also publish this to the web, such that once it's published, you share the link with the people, then they can gain access to this spreadsheet. anywhere they are across the world. Then you have document details. You could check that. You could also set up your spreadsheet, just like we selected the paper and all of that the other time. Right here, you could do some settings too. I hope you get what I'm saying. You have the state, the country. So you could choose any country of your choice here, then change the time zone and all of that. You could also do some calculation. Can you see that? So when you, if you're performing calculations on the Google Sheet, now you have to choose this option. Can you see recalculation? So on change, what should happen? This affects how often now, today, rand, and rand between updated. So there are some functions like this that you may want to use in your formula or in your calculation, sorry. The reality is if you choose on change, it's going to affect all of this formula. So if you choose on change and every minute is going to be updating it. If you choose on change and every hour is going to be updating it every hour once a change is made. So you need to understand that. So, but all of them will affect all of this. So if you choose on change every minute, it's going to still affect that. Do you understand that? So every hour, can you see that? You also have iterative calculation. This determines whether formulas with circular references are resolved by iterative calculation or not. So if you have iterative calculation and you put this on, then definitely it will resolve those calculations anytime you're making use of circular references and all of that. Do you understand that? So that is what you need to understand there. So I'm going to cancel this because I don't need it. I just wanted to show you. You could also do your printing. Once you click that, can you see current sheet? If you have more than that, you could print the entire workbook. I hope you get what I'm saying. So if you click entire workbook, it will definitely print everything you have on that workbook. Can you see? These are the things I have there. So all the worksheets there will be printed. If you say current sheet, to only select that. So if you make a selection, let's say for example, let's say I've selected this now and I go to print. So, and I go to selected cells. Only the selected cells will be printed. I've taught you this while teaching you Microsoft Excel. So you need to understand that. So you could also select the paper size and all of that. You have that option, the paper orientation, landscape or portrait, all of that. You see the margins, the formattings, the header and footer and all of that could be added, which I taught you under Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to cancel this. I just wanted to show you. So if you go to edit, you're going to see all of those things that we've done under Microsoft Excel. There's nothing there that you've not been taught. Do you understand that? So just take your time to play around them. All the things you've been taught on Microsoft Excel, apply them here. It's the same thing. The only difference there is that where they are on Microsoft Excel might be different on this Google sheet. Do you understand that? So these are things that you need to understand. But the basic things you need to know for you to be able to work effectively on Google Sheet is what I've just taught you. And the same thing that happens on Google Docs happens here as well. So when you work, you don't have to save. The work is saved automatically. Do you understand that? As long as you're connected to the internet, it will be saved automatically into your Google Drive. So everything you're doing goes into your Google Drive. Don't forget that. So I'm still going to show you the Google Drive for you to see how it works. Do you understand that? So take your time to just walk around some of these things that I've just taught you. Look at the name box, look at the formula bar here. Do you understand that? Look at your columns, look at your rows and all of that. Can you see column? You could select your column. The same way you've been working on Microsoft Excel, you could do the same here. That's why I said you have to go back to the Microsoft Excel videos first before coming here. Do you understand that? This is just to now teach you how to apply the same knowledge on Google Sheet. And I'm sure by the time you do that, you'll be able to work effectively on Google Sheet. And this is where we're going to stop in this video. Thank you.